If you're someone who just can't stand regular earbuds, you're definitely not alone. Maybe they start hurting after a few minutes. Maybe sweat makes them slip out. Or maybe you just hate that plugged-up feeling like something's stuck in your ears. That's exactly why bone conduction headphones became a thing in the first place. And now, Shokz OpenRun Pro 2 is trying to take that whole idea to the next level. Instead of blasting sound straight into your ear canal, these use bone conduction to send audio through your cheekbones. But here's where it gets interesting. The OpenRun Pro 2 doesn't rely on bone conduction alone. It combines that with a dedicated air conduction speaker aimed at your ears. So you get those clean mids and highs from the bone conduction, plus a bit more bass depth from the air speaker. If you remember older bone conduction headphones sounding kind of tinny or weak in the low end, that's exactly the problem this model is trying to fix. You don't have to crank the volume so high that your head vibrates just to feel the bass anymore. One of the biggest reasons people go for open-ear headphones like these is safety. If you're running, cycling, or even just walking near traffic, being able to hear what's happening around you is huge. With these, your ears aren't sealed off, so you can still hear cars approaching, people talking, or anything else going on nearby. That extra awareness can make a real difference, especially if you're out early in the morning or later at night. There's even a reflective strip built into the frame to help you stay visible in low-light conditions, which is a nice touch. Comfort is where these really shine, though. The titanium frame weighs about an ounce, so they're incredibly light. The ear hooks keep everything in place without squeezing too hard, and the headband has just enough memory to hold its shape without constant adjusting. Whether you're going for a long run, a walk, or just wearing them for hours at your desk, they stay put and don't cause that soreness you sometimes get from in-earbuds. And because nothing is sitting inside your ear canal, sweat and moisture don't get trapped. They're fully waterproof too, so rain and workouts aren't a problem. Battery life is solid as well. You're looking at up to 12 hours on a full charge, and if you're in a rush, a quick top-up gives you a few more hours of playback. With Bluetooth 5.3, pairing is fast and stable, and you can connect to 2 devices at the same time. So if you want to switch between your phone and your smartwatch or laptop, it's seamless. Call quality is impressive too, thanks to dual microphones that help cut down on wind and background noise. There's also an app where you can tweak the sound profile. You can stick with the standard bone conduction tuning or switch to a louder profile if you're in a noisy environment. It's not overloaded with complicated settings, but there's enough there to personalize the experience a bit. And finally, yes, it charges with USB-C now. No more hunting for some weird proprietary cable at the bottom of your drawer. So if you've been curious about bone conduction headphones, but were worried about weak bass or comfort issues, this might be the model that changes your mind. The OpenRun Pro 2 feels like a thoughtful evolution of the concept, blending awareness, comfort, and improved sound into something you can genuinely wear all day.